My name's Michael. Here's the second and final video on the plastering that I did in the UK. In the background there, you've got the bags of multi-finish, which we used, and one bag of bonding. I think in total, I wasted 2.5 bags on the ceiling that came down, but we still ended up at the end of it with I think a bag spare, so not too bad. This is the contraption my son-in-law made for me, which weighed a ton. It was like a tank, like dragging a tank across the room. The sheets and stuff they got there ready for sheeting over. So obviously this was the first day before it started, and then we revert back to getting the second coat on the ceiling after it's been bonded. So if you've seen the first video where I've gone through the Monday, plastered the whole of the ceiling, done 2 coats and tried to finish it and flatten it and everything else, and then it's fallen off. It lasted all the Monday, all the Tuesday, and then sometime in the wee small hours between Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, there was an almighty bang, and it had come down, the ceiling had just fallen off. So after that, I cleaned it, bonded it, mixed it, a mix of 1-on-1 bonding and water, and used a roller and give it a couple of coats of that and let it dry a little bit, and then started the next lot of plaster. Here's a go at the wall, the chimney. I think that's the first coat or the second coat, just before it starts getting flattened down. As I've said previously, I'm not a plasterer. I am actually a mason pavior by trade. So I do in fact, I don't mind rendering as much. I think rendering's a bit more forgiving, because you can kind of finish off the surface with a sponge, and well, just plasters. I just find plaster incredibly hard work. Anyway, it's my little moan. So what I'm looking forward to in France when I get back to the French house is that it's actually a lime plaster there, and again, it's not, you haven't got this sort of fine finish that you have here. In the bedrooms in France, in the house in France, I'll probably make it with a sort of metal frame and then just plasterboard and do the joints and fill the joints, which is a much easier process. So that's that. So this is just looking at, again, just looking at the ceiling as the second time round. It's actually drying off quite nicely now. This would probably be the Thursday or the Friday that's gone on, and we're slowly working my way around the walls as well, which is good. So again, it's got first and second coat on there, waiting to get flattened down a little bit, and then have a bit of a tidy up. And then the architraves and that would go on later on as well. I'll do a little video on that as well. I quite like the carpentry. I don't mind carpentry at all. I think that's good fun. But plastering's just not my bag, baby. Not at all. Doesn't do it for me in any way, shape or form. Give me electrics or plumbing or brickwork or roofing or any carpentry. I don't even mind laying laminate and stuff. Laminate flooring I just find quite easy. I did a renovation in Paris, where they wanted a parquet flooring put in, which is like the proper wood. And even that I didn't mind. There's also sort of process about it. But plastering, no, not for me. So, like I say, the French house would be better because I'll be able to just do my own thing with the lime plaster that's there, and I won't have all this multi-finish business going on. So I spent a week in the UK, did the plastering, did the electrics, did the architrave and that. Another guy's going to come in a couple of 3 weeks' time, and he's going to decorate the whole shebang. And then I think my daughter's already got a new sofa or sofas ordered, so everything should sort of fall in line quite nicely, one after the other. She's a happy bunny, which is the main thing. And now I can concentrate on France. I think I'll possibly be back there in the late autumn to finish off the kitchen for them, put worktops in and stuff like that. So I'm quite happy to do that. By that time, anyway, my house in France should be completed. So I'll be looking to get down there fairly shortly now, possibly this week or early next week, and get going on this roof finally. So anyway, thanks ever so much for indulging me, and thanks for all your comments and support and likes, and I'll speak to you soon.